Hey there, beautiful souls. Picture this. It's Friday night, you're 32, sitting on your couch in Dallas or maybe Atlanta, scrolling through a dating app that feels more like a slot machine than a path to love, wondering if God's got someone out there for you. Someone who shares your faith in a world where swipe right culture and career hustle drown out the heart's deeper cries. If you're 25 to 45, navigating the chaos of modern life, maybe balancing a demanding job, parenting, or just the weight of loneliness, you're not alone. Millions across the USA are searching Google, X, and their Bibles, asking, what does the Bible say about finding a godly spouse or building relationships that actually last? Welcome to GloryNest, where we're diving into this question with timeless scripture, real-life stories, and practical motivation to help you find or strengthen a Christ-centered connection that lights up your soul. Buckle up, because we're about to unpack biblical wisdom from Ruth's fields to today's coffee shops that'll inspire you to trust God's plan for your love life. Let me kick things off with a personal story. At 29, I was burned out from dead-end dates, feeling like I'd missed my shot at love until I stumbled across Ruth and Boaz in the Bible, a story of loyalty, timing, and redemption that flipped my perspective and gave me hope. Stick with me and I'll show you how that same hope can transform your journey, whether you're single, dating, or married. First though, if you're vibing with this and want weekly faith-based tips on love, life, and spotting godly partners, like a free checklist of 10 biblical red flags to watch for, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now. It's free, takes 2 seconds, and delivers straight to your inbox encouragement, helping you navigate relationships with confidence and clarity, saving you from heartache down the road. Let's dive into the Bible's blueprint, starting with Genesis 2:18, where God declares, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Right from Eden, God designs relationships for partnership, not competition. Think Adam and Eve, side by side, stewarding creation before sin muddied things up. For you, maybe a 35-year-old nurse in Chicago or a tech startup founder in Austin, this means seeking a spouse who complements your calling, not just your chemistry. Let's paint a picture with a biblical story. Isaac and Rebekah in Genesis 24. Abraham's servant prays for a sign to find Isaac's wife, and God leads him to Rebekah, who's not just kind, but servant-hearted, offering water to him and his camels, a true MVP move in the desert. This isn't about chasing sparks, it's about character. Someone who lives out Galatians 5:22-23, the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience. Imagine applying this in 2025. You're at a church picnic in Seattle, noticing someone who volunteers without fanfare, prays quietly, or listens with genuine care. That's the Rebecca vibe, someone whose faith shines in action. For practical steps, try this. Pray daily for discernment, asking God to highlight a partner's heart, not just their highlight reel. And here's a quick CTA. If you want a free 7-day prayer guide for finding a godly spouse, complete with verses like Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 to trust God's path, drop "Pray for Love" in the comments below. I'll send it to your DMs or email, giving you a structured way to invite God into your love life, which could shift your perspective and open doors you never saw coming. Now, let's talk storytelling with Ruth and Boaz, a masterclass in God's timing. Ruth, a widowed outsider, chooses loyalty to her mother-in-law, saying in Ruth 1:16, "Where you go, I will go. Your God will be my God." She works humbly in Boaz's fields, not chasing romance, but living faithfully. Boaz, a godly man, notices her integrity, protects her, and eventually marries her, becoming her kinsman redeemer, a foreshadowing of Jesus' love for us. Their story births King David's line, proving God weaves small acts into epic plans. Fast forward to today, meet Jenna, a 27-year-old teacher from Nashville I know, who after a painful breakup joined a church outreach program. She wasn't looking for love, but met her fiancé Mark while serving meals to the homeless. His kindness mirrored Boaz's, and their shared faith sealed the deal. The lesson? Live out your purpose, volunteer, grow in faith, and God positions you for connection. Try joining a small group or Christian meetup. Stats show 40% of couples in 2025 meet through community, not apps. Another CTA, if you're curious about faith-based meetups in your city or online Christian dating platforms vetted for authenticity, comment "Connect me" below. I'll reply with a curated list, helping you find spaces to meet like-minded singles, boosting your chances of a godly match without the swipe fatigue. Let's shift to building strong relationships once you're in one. Because finding a spouse is just the start, keeping love alive through life's grind is the real marathon. Take Aquila and Priscilla in Acts 18, a dynamic duo who run a tent-making business and host church in their home, partnering with Paul to mentor others. They're equals, balancing work and worship, showing us that strong relationships thrive on mutual respect and shared mission. Picture a 40-year-old couple in Denver, both juggling careers and kids, but they prioritize a weekly Bible study date, diving into Ephesians 5:25-33, where husbands love sacrificially like Christ and wives respect in empowering ways. Submission in 2025 gets a bad rap, but biblically, it's like a dance. Both partners move in sync with God's rhythm, not one dominating. Here's a modern testimony. Sarah and James, 38, from Miami, were on the brink of divorce over constant bickering. Bills, schedules, you name it. They started reading 1 Corinthians 13 together. Love is patient, love is kind, and committed to one kind act daily, like leaving a note or praying together. 2 years later, they're stronger than ever, a living testimony to God's restoration. You can do this too. Start small, maybe a 10-minute nightly prayer, or discussing a psalm like 37:4, delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And here's another CTA for you. If you're married or dating and want a free 30-day couples devotional plan to spark deeper connection, like guided questions on love languages tied to Scripture, hit like on this video and comment devotional. I'll send it to you. Strengthening your bond with practical, faith-filled tools that make love last. Now, let's get real about red flags, because not every match is God's match. 2 Corinthians 6:14 warns against being unequally yoked, meaning don't pair your faith-driven heart with someone who pulls you from God. Think of Samson and Delilah in Judges 16. Samson's strength crumbles under compromise, a cautionary tale for us. In 2025, red flags might be someone who mocks your church commitment or pushes boundaries against 1 Thessalonians 4:3-5, which calls for purity and self-control. Imagine at 29 dating in LA, and someone pressures you to skip your values for their vibe. Run, don't walk, like Joseph fleeing Potiphar's wife in Genesis 39. A real story. My friend Mike, 33 from Phoenix, dated someone who seemed perfect but dismissed his faith as cute. He ended it, later meeting his wife at a Christian conference. Prove that holding firm pays off. Practical tip. Ask early, how has faith shaped your life? If their answer is shallow, pray for clarity. And for a beneficial CTA, if you want a downloadable cheat sheet of 5 biblical questions to spot red flags on date 1, like, what's your view of forgiveness from Colossians 3:13? Comment red flags below. It'll help you filter mismatches early, saving emotional energy for the right connection.